all educators. Nice to meet you all, and we keep on chatting on the group, YEP group. That's a wonderful platform. Thank you, Swaranjit sir and Gurpreet sir, for having me here once again. Yes, today's session is like little different from what we had been seeing here. We have been learning about computer science tools and artificial intelligence. But today's session is a little different in the sense that I'm going to bring about the how do we use or implement those tools integrated with sustainable development goals in the classroom. So, as dear teachers, we all must have heard about these 17 goals. Yes or no? We have heard about them. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So my idea is, my observation is, I just quickly browse through the goals once again. There are 17 goals being set up by the United Nations Agenda 2015, and we have to work around them. Now, why we are getting into it, so we're going to understand this through this session. And my main aim is, being a computer science teacher, I have just made a little effort to bring my teaching practices, if it can help others also, to integrate these global goals in my regular classroom and create awareness about them. So this is how the session is all about. So first, I'll quickly take you through the 17 goals. Can you see my another PPT?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's
Yes.
yeah. Right. So, 17 global goals, it was the agenda being set up in the year 2015 to achieve them by 2030 by the different nations who gathered together. And they were these 17 goals. So, we all know about them. Now, what is sustainability? First of all, what is sustainability is that we use our available resources in a way that it doesn't get depleted and it remains for the future generation as well. So we have to look for three basic things here when we are working on these goals, that is economic growth, social inclusion, and environmental protection. And we all had been hearing about the projects which are related to these issues, especially the climate change and the plastic reuse or plastic pollution. We had been listening to these problems around us. All right. Now, another way to look at SDGs is the 5 Ps. It's people, prosperity, peace, partnership, and planet. So if I have to think in another way, so all the 17 goals which surround certain problems around them that are existing in the society or in the world all over. So 5 Ps, actually those problems are related to these 5 Ps. And also, so this was the summit which held in the year 2015, and all the country nations gathered together and discussed about them. Now, SDGs are universal. They are not specific to any one country or nation. They're being defined for each and every nation, and the targets have been set. Each of these goals have some targets, and they each nation have to achieve them, or they've targeted to achieve them by 2030. They are indivisible. We can't say that certain community or a section do not have to work for it. Each and every organization, I must say, each and every individual, each and every community, society, schools, organizations, corporate sectors have to put in their efforts to achieve these goals. Even the government sector, the government or the private sector, NGOs, all of them have to work towards them. SDGs can be transformative. It can bring real change in our world. So now how it's about implementing these goals in the classroom. First, let's go through all the goals. So the first goal talks about end poverty in all its forms everywhere. And I feel that if we can achieve this goal, a lot of other associated goals like quality education or hunger or health related goals, they all can be achieved if we have this no poverty achieved. Second goal is zero hunger. to achieve food security and improve nutrition and promote sustainable agriculture. So we'll still have the community or the set of people which are struggling for having basic needs, the basic needs for food, water, and home. So we have to achieve this. Ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all ages. We had been going through the year 2020. It talks about all those things. Are we enough well maintained that we are going through pandemic? No, we have to look into it. Quality education, again, this is one of the very, very important goals. If we achieve it, again, we can achieve many other goals together. And that is the reason why I have we are, or all of us are talking about it and bringing them or integrating the global goals into the education. Gender equality, we all know gender equality is needed, whether it's a education related to boys and girls, whether it's a salary issue with the male or the female member in any corporate company. So we have to bring in gender equality. Ensure access to water and sanitation for all, even in villages. I know villages. I belong to a village where people are still going outside for their, sanitation purposes. So please, if we are still in the development stages of, having a proper sanitation throughout the country. Goal number 7, ensure access to affordable, reliable, and sustainable and modern energy for all. So sustainable means it should be green. It should be green and clean. When we are looking for such devices, it should not pollute or it should not hamper any of the other resources that our future generations are not able to use. 8th, decent work and economic growth. Yes, we all need. 9th, build resilient infrastructure, promote sustainable industrialization, and foster innovation. Innovation is required. It's a competitive field today everywhere. So innovation is required everywhere. We need to develop in such a way that it is easily available also, and it fulfills the purpose also for the existing environment, for the human beings, for the society, for the other species. So we have to look for that. Reduce inequality within and among countries. Some countries, if we talk about some of the South African countries, refugees, we still have people who are living in underprivileged conditions or not very happy going conditions. So we have to bring them and balance all. Sustainable cities and communities, we are looking into it. We are having smart homes these days. If we talk about Gurgaon, Delhi, Bombay, I think we are looking into it. So it is happening. Ensure sustainable consumption and production patterns. Yes, responsible consumption. And here I can talk about the e-waste management. 2020 again and 21 this year would have brought up enough of e-waste. But where are we disposing it? So again, the issue that I can bring it here is if you pass by the Delhi border, you see a big hill. So I've grown up watching that hill because I normally pass through that border from Delhi to Karnal, and that has grown like a hill, and now we have the roads being even made and the trucks are. So that is Ghazipur Hill. It's a e-waste. So all your waste is being dumped there. No, it's not just e-waste. It's being, how come they're rising? And that Ghazipur Hill is not only the one waste hill that we have near Delhi. We have in Ghaziabad, we have near Faridabad, we have many of them. And but that shows that it's not a responsible consumption and production patterns. So we are not using the products which are, reusable. So we have to look into it. Goal 13, take urgent action to combat climate change. And it's, yes, we are observing the climate change, the pollution. We see that our winters are prolonged. We see extreme weathers. We see extreme disaster, floods. So all these things are impacting our climate. So we have to look into it. Conserve and sustainably use the ocean, seas, and marine resources. Yes. Kahin bhi jaate hain, Bombay you go, the beaches are the badly affected areas. If you go to Shimla, where you have the water bodies, you have all the, the Coca-Cola cans or the, cans, your soft drink cans being dumped there. Chips wrappers are being thrown there. So we have to think about it. Life on land. So we human beings are not the only existing species on Earth. We have many other species existing, so we have to take care of that. Goal number 15. 16, of course, peace, justice, and strong institutions. Like there should be peace among all countries, nations across the border. Now, to achieve all other goals, we need to partner. And the whole agenda is to partner with you all here and to create awareness and the possible actions we can do at our own level. So partnership for the goals is the 17th goal, is to create a community which can work together to achieve these goals by 2030. So this is the quick review of the 17 goals that we have. Now, I'm just going to share a small warm-up activity Padlet with you. I want to know the fastest finger here, and I'll name the goal. You have to name the goal as early as possible. So let me see who's the fastest finger here. So just giving a link of the Padlet in the chat window. Just give me some time. Yeah. If you can click on this Padlet, and it's the fastest finger first. You have to write about first any 5 goals that you think you can work on. So a small warm-up activity. You have to click on the link. There is a plus sign at the bottom right corner. And please give me your name as well as the school name. First 5 goals that comes to your mind that I should work on immediately. Let me see if I get it. By the time I'll just stop.
Which is not clicking.
Sorry, the link is not clicking?
Not able to click actually link.
Not able to click into the link. Is that so? Is that so for everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, just a minute. Just a minute then.
It's working for me. Maybe some of it's working
No, it's
for
working.
me.
Yeah, it's working.
It's
Somebody
working,
has
ma'am.
already
It's
done
working
it.
for me also.
Yeah, somebody has already done it.
So I'm also there in the same homepage.
Please mention your name. Sunita Mamta, Modern Senior Secondary School is the fastest finger first. Sunita Mamta.
Madam, you can write my school name also.
Sonia Vadhwa.
I'm not able to click. Can you write my school name also?
Yeah, you can write, sir. There is a plus sign at the bottom right corner. I'm sending the link once again on the chat window.
No. Let me try in my mobile.
Excuse me, madam. What will be written?
Sir, any 5 goals that we have gone through. So I can share the PPT with you if you wish. You can quickly browse through the PPT and just write any 5 goals which you think that you can quickly work on or you can work at your own level. Just sharing it with you, sir. Just a minute.
Okay.
So this is the link to that SlideShare PPT. If you can quickly wish to browse through all the goals. Just a warm-up activity to create awareness on different goals.
Now it is.
Yeah, it's working for all of us.
Now it is opening.
Yeah, okay. So this is done. So if I can share my screen, you can see Naveen Sharma, Sonia Vadhwa, Anubha Sinha. I can see Anubha Sinha. Yeah, people are doing. Just another 1 minute, then we'll switch back to our presentation. I have pasted the link of the SlideShare PPT also, if you wish to browse that PPT quickly to know about different goals. Yeah. Kiran Parwal. Then there's somebody with clean seawater, air pollution. Vikas Jain. These are some of the names that I'm getting here. Sanmati Hayas Indore. Kiran Parwal. So I'm once again reiterating why are we doing this is we have to bring about sustainability in the existing scenario, which means that we have to use the available natural resources, even other resources in such a way that it also exists for the future generation. And we do not deplete them at our own levels. So this is what is the sustainability, and we have to achieve sustainability through all these 17 goals. Also, by the meantime, I would like to play now the video, the reason for having this session again. Now, education is an essential tool for achieving sustainability. So all the schools are now gearing up to get or integrate these goals into the curriculum. There are many organizations which are working on. A lot of educator community associated with Microsoft are working with these goals and integrated projects based on these goals. So also it has been observed that we can equip the students with the knowledge and understanding, skills and attributes needed to work and live in a way that safeguard environment, social and economic well-being, both in present and for future generations. So because education starts right at a very early age, we can make our future generation or our children aware of the existing problems, and we can also mold them to look into the problem solving skills or to look into this solution for these problems. Now, as far as the education is concerned, ICT, that is information, communication and technology, is the first tool that will help both teachers and students by providing the real world experiences. And more so, we can look into it. ICT, our education system is now completely dependent on IT, ICT and every technology. So it more so has a role to play to achieve them. To just tell you, ICT is any technology that we use to communicate or deliver information with, with customers or with members or with students, anybody. So that's ICT. Yeah, I hope we're still doing it. I want you to quickly also view this video, which I'm playing it here.
Done, madam. I have done.
All right. So I want to just have a quickly play this video. Just let me know if it is visible and the sound is audible. This video quickly shows the reason for having, again, the goals in our curriculum or with any organization. Not only the schools have to work, everybody has to work on these. Even the corporate sector has to work. Can you see my YouTube screen opening? It's a bit slow though. I can even paste the link on the chat window. You all can see at your end if it is a little slow at my side. I'm just pasting it on the chat window. I want you to view this video. It's a beautiful video, animated video.
Imagine you're traveling in space. You're looking for intelligent life.
Can you see my screen and hear the voice?
Space is very well.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, screen is visible, but it's blank. The YouTube
Yeah,
screen.
it's coming. It's come
It's
now.
coming.
Tiny island
Yes, ma'am.
in space. It's everywhere. If you think
Make
about
it full screen, ma'am, please.
basic things
Yeah, sure.
like fresh water, clean air, and healthy food. The good news is that Earth has enough of those for all of us. The bad news is that we've got a few problems in the way. The first is climate change. The way we're living on Earth now is damaging the very things we need to live. The fuels we burn are choking the atmosphere. We're running out of clean drinking water. And all of this is changing the weather. The second problem is inequality. Some people on Earth have far more than they need, and most people don't have nearly enough. This can lead to poverty, and that's not fair. Millions of people are unable to get medicine that could stop them from getting sick, or cure them if they do. In some places, children complain about having to go to school. In others, millions of children can't go to school at all. Is that fair? Luckily, we have a plan. The United Nations just announced the Global Goals for Sustainable Development. These are 17 goals to protect the planet against climate change and make the world safer, fairer, and more just for everyone. We have to achieve these goals by 2030. The great thing about having a plan is that we can check how we're doing along the way, give ourselves a pat on the back if we do well, and try harder if not. 2030 isn't so long away, so we'll need to encourage each other with lots of ideas. We can start by making these goals famous. There are 17 goals altogether, so lots of different ways in which you can help. What if being a girl or a boy makes no difference to how safe you feel, the friends you have, or the places you could go? What if we found new ways to make water clean and drinkable? What if we could recycle all of our waste? What else do you think we could do? We all live on Earth, and we depend on the Earth to live. We have many different cultures. We only have one planet. If we take care of it and each other and share what we produce fairly and sustainably, everything we need is right here. Someday we may find intelligent life on other planets. In the meantime, let's see how intelligent we can make it down here for all of us. At home, on Earth. Yes,
Yeah. So I hope this gives enough reason why we are doing this session today. We have the problem existing, and if I ask you list out 5 problems, I think we'll be very quickly able to list it out. So one is every time I cross this Delhi Karnal, this border, and I see this Ghazipur hill, it's rising and rising and rising, and it keeps on striking what has to be done, what has to be done. So if you can think of a solution while this session is happening or by the end of this session. All right. Now we are aware of the goals. Now, how do we integrate them in the classroom? So basically, the approach that I follow is 2 types. One is the community learning. Another is the just look for metacognition. So I'll just go through these 2 things. These are the strategies which I try to apply. I'm also at a learning stage of applying them, but I'm trying to apply them and to bring my ICT learning. See, ICT learning is not just about teaching my Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and their features. No. Now I have to integrate that learning with these goals. So they learn the tool as well as they learn to learn about these goals and the problems associated to these goals, and to at the same time think of the solution. And the reason for that is this very famous quote I've been coming across: we are drowning in information while starving for wisdom. Okay, we have a lot of information, we have everything, but still down there somewhere we are not equal. So wisdom will come when we have everything and we are able to apply our knowledge or information for the well-being of the existing planet. So this is the whole agenda here. Now, the first strategy that I try to follow is metacognition. Very rarely used in these classrooms, but metacognition is if you can instill request for mute, please. Thank you. So metacognition is a kind of skill which we have to inculcate among children, where we allow children, or we make children able enough to think what they are thinking. It's the thinking about, or they are aware of what they know, what they don't know, and accordingly they have to take an action. Metacognition, it's thinking about their own thinking. So it's what I believe is, it's not used anywhere. It's very uncommon, metacognition being applied in the classroom strategy. But if we can do it, children will have a better situation to learn and to apply their learning skills in the problem solving issues, and apply or solve the problems that are existing around them. So an awareness and understanding of one's own thought processes. So it helps in cognitive, emotional, and motivational development. It refers to high order thinking and actively controls the cognitive process engaged in learning. We all are teaching our subject. But when you teach a subject, like I said, I teach Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Quite few years back, I used to teach the features, cut, copy, paste, mail merge, and that's it. But now I have to think of other ways. I have to integrate those features, learning of those features, with global goals, with the issues existing in the society, so that we can develop a better society. So how metacognition helps? It's a thinking about thinking, knowing about knowing. It's about self-management, planning, decision-making, identifying problems, and setting goals. Emotional self-management. So if you see in the pandemic, if I talk about how much did the education work, like, okay, I am MTech, how much did it work? It did not work. How much did being in higher position, did it work? It did not work. The basic skills that worked was thinking about solving the issues, and thinking about, let's say, others, thinking about solidarity, helping others, finding out the ways to tackle the virus. So we worked on the areas with the skills that never been taught in the school. So metacognition is when you enable your child to think in a way that don't just cater for developing their knowledge for the subject, but also for applying the knowledge that they have learned in a suitable manner. That is, information is available, but how will you apply that information in developing a wisdom? Wisdom is much beyond just having a knowledge. It is the application of the knowledge. So emotional self-management was much needed during the pandemic. Self-management was needed during the pandemic, and self-evaluation was also needed during the pandemic. So all these skills were required. So education is not just about gathering the facts and the figures. We also have to learn how to sort the facts from the fallacies, false informations, or the wrong data that is available. We have to look for the all-round development. Now, we don't have to look for the academic excellence of children. Doesn't work at all. We have to look for sports, music, art, drama. So if pandemic, I talk about ICT skill worked, and we try to engage our children with a lot of art activities. So it worked in promoting the education. Art not only, children not only academically intelligent, but emotionally intelligent as well. Yes. So when we were in quarantine, so which kind of intelligent worked? It's emotional intelligence. Okay, you had to be gritty, you have to be mentally tough, resilient, and persistent. So these were the skills. This comes with metacognition. When you know that what is your drawbacks, what are your weaknesses, and what are your strengths, and you accordingly work on it. Have growth mindsets as opposed to the fixed mindset, means you are able to adapt yourself to the existing scenario. So these skills were much needed and were never taught in the school. They are never taught in the school, but if we can integrate this metacognition kind of a skill with our learning in the classroom, it brings the wholesome education or the holistic education for the children. Now, we are related to global goals. So metacognition definitely will help, because abhi tak global goals were not there in the education system. But somebody might have applied some thinking process to bring them into the education. So that is metacognition. Okay. So assess the task, evaluate strengths and weaknesses, plan the approach, apply strategies, and reflect. So this is the kind of metacognition cycle that works for achieving any target, and it can be applied in achieving the global goals. Another kind of approach that I look for is community-based learning. So we have the knowledge, we have the resources, we have everything, and this mainly relates to bringing the equality. We have all those resources, but my mates' children did not have all those resources. So how can I apply my resources to my mates' children so that they do not lack in their education? They did not have devices. So how do I reuse my devices to enable them to learn so they do not suffer? So this is what is the approach of community-based learning that I'm talking about here. This is another approach I'm trying to apply. Very simply, what I have started with it is I'm asking my children to share their knowledge through, to the underprivileged children, to the helpers' children, to the security guards' children, to maids' children. So they're doing it. Not everybody agrees to do it, but they at least think about it, how to do it. Somebody said that I'm going to donate the books. Somebody said, okay, I'll conduct an ICT lesson for them. Somebody said, I'm going to conduct this lesson for them. So it's a startup somewhere. So this is what is all about community learning. So if we can have that. So community learning is something like you involve the community as a wholesome thing. So I'm a privileged child. I'm a privileged educator maybe, but how will I help my fellow educators in the village area? That could be one community involvement. So I use my information to help them, probably through some app or some, so YEPs also could be considered as one such initiative, which is spreading education. Yeah. So it is a form of experiential education where learning occurs through a cycle of action and reflection as students seek to achieve real objective for the community and deeper understanding and skills for themselves. So, and most of the skills that were used in pandemic were not taught in the classroom anywhere. Ki solidarity, ki help others. Of course, we have life lessons also, life skill lessons also. But we more concentrate on the physics, chemistry, bio, IT, and maths, right? So if we have the metacognition thing working for them, how do the children apply their scientific knowledge or mathematical knowledge to achieve these goals? That will be right. Another very simple approach. Now, I'll simplify these two, metacognition thing and the community, into my classroom setting. Now understand, okay, I have to teach some concept. Let's say I have to teach them web designing. So I always make them aware. Classroom learning happens with the making them aware of what I'm going to teach them, the concepts, the methods, the procedures. Then I integrate that with some kind of issues, real-time issues, social, ethical, let's say plagiarism, let's say plastic reuse, let's say even the inclusive projects I have done for the, the handicapped children, or environmental sea pollution I have done. So when I'm teaching website designing or I'm teaching Word, Excel, PowerPoint, I try to take up these issues along with them. So integrated learning, classroom learning, integrated learning. Now inculcate the social responsibility. That is, suppose this was Swachhata Abhiyan. Okay, now how can I ask my children to participate in that? How can I ask my children to own up a park in the society and just be responsible for the cleaning, maintenance of that park? So social responsibility. 5 children can make a group and then they can become responsible for keeping the park of the society cleaner. Most of the societies, if you observe another simple problem, I'm living in a very posh society, or let's say a very well-developed society, but as I step out of my society, there is a big heap of polythenes, of dumped garbage. I think most of you who are living would be observing this. So I'm talking about posh areas here in Gurgaon. It is there, very much there. Just I step out of my society, you have big heaps of garbage being dumped. So who's responsible for cleaning it? Not always municipal corporation is doing it. So we have to take the responsibilities. So that's what is community learning. How will you inculcate this kind of learning or awareness among children that they have to identify this issue and solve this problem? When I go for community learning, I always apply metacognitive. I enable my children to think about the issues. And of course, I am reaching towards the sustainability through collaboration. Collaboration means I'm asking my children to group together with other society members and work it out or find out the solution. Collaboration is always needed. See, I'm collaborating here, let's say with YEP, so it always works. And through them, I'm reaching out to you. So it's a collaboration. And why this collaboration is happening to achieve the sustainability on planet or in the environment. So these were some of the approaches that I try to apply in my classroom. Now this is, I would like you to take you along with some of the lesson plans that I have. A sample lesson plans, I can show it to you. That I have integrated my ICT learning in the classroom. I just don't teach, let's say, Wix ka ya HTML ya Word ke features. I just don't teach them. When I teach them, I try to integrate. Like this is one of the examples where I was teaching Wix website or HTML. So Wix is, first of all, to introduce the concept of web designing. I took them to Wix and I told them, this was in the year 2020, I told them to develop the reusable mask. Now reusable mask बहुत बन रहे थे, उनको reuse करना था, उनका disposal भी एक issue था. So I told them to look for a recipe which is reusable, which should not be should not be disposed easily or something like that, so that we don't have this problem of now disposing masks. So they came out with a lot of videos here. They made videos and they made their Wix website and promoted their videos through that website. So they're learning ICT, they're learning the social issue, and they're solving one of the problems also. So integrated. This is one of the example here for Wix. So I'm just sharing sample and I'll be soon asking you to do it. This is resilience thing. The skill that was very much needed during the pandemic, resilience, the patience, the grit that we had to, be in quarantine or be at home and continue working without much entertainment outside or going outside or meeting people. So resilience building exercise. Now this was done with OneNote. I told them to, I gave them a template on OneNote. I hope everybody is aware of OneNote. And I told them, I gave them the plans, and also I integrated them with Word, Excel, and PowerPoint here. So different topics were given to them, and I integrated Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, and they learned how to be resilient. So I gave them a worksheet also to design in MS Word here, right? So I made, this was OneNote was used, Word was used, and there was some mathematical skill also was there here being used. So this is a kind of lesson plan on restoring resilience using the ICT tools. Yeah, this is programming activity. Now this is all for computer science teachers. Simple code I gave them as a competition in the classroom, and just to be stronger. And I also told them to make a video on spread the stories of solidarity and not the virus. The much needed skill in the pandemic, solidarity, which helped each other, and much talked about skill in the pandemic, but never taught anywhere actually in the classroom. So again, my lesson plans, this is a grade 9th IT 402 curriculum. So where we are teaching our children about the Word or the Excel worksheets or Calc or Impress. So all these are being survey in your society about the awareness about global goals using MS Forms. So a tool has come here, and download the analysis in Excel. So children are learning many ICT tools along with the community learning. So prepare a presentation on feasible steps that can be undertaken by students to achieve global goals till 2000. So students cannot go outside and work, but what steps can they think of? Global goal. This is I took it for my students, they were learning grade 11 students, web designing course, the multimedia course. So this is a kind of Trinity triangle that we have to achieve global goal 4. And here they were learning HTML, CSS. So I gave them this task and they went through these steps: sensitizing, understanding the challenge, visualizing goals, visualizing global goal 4, empowering with soft skills, designing websites, collaboration, and take action. So here I used mind map, Sway to create awareness on global goals, and many tools which I have used. They have surveyed and gone outside their classroom and surveyed, asked and interacted with these children. I gave them the OneNote notebook, food for thought, express your viewpoint, why children are not approaching to schools, especially in the rural areas. So many thought processes were given here. Again, now metacognition comes into picture here. So many thought processes were involved here to develop a website. So if I give you this, the child has created this website with many learning resources. If nothing else, he learned to create a website with many learning resources for others. And he has generated a QR code for it. So this is the outcome of this whole lesson plan that I tried to execute to achieve global goal 4. Now remember that we are working at a student level, so we have to accordingly work it out. Another activity, this was simple, promoting different goals, accelerating the global goals through ICT, make a video on peace symbol. Then lot of social media. Now children are using Instagram, so why not divert them in using in a positive way? So they can use these videos and promote them on social media. In a way, they're also learning to use the use the social media in a positive manner. So these were all the lesson plans that I have integrated through my classroom. Now I just want a quick this thing. Yes, this is all about the community learning. This I've done. Now I just want to stop here and come back to my session. Now, how many of us are doing this way? And if I can learn from you, and if I can just, we have another 10 minutes to go. Let's say, how can we have ideas if we have to teach simple Word, Excel, and PowerPoint in the classroom? How will we integrate global goals into them? Yes? I'm stopping to present now. If we can have one idea, 10 minutes, somebody can generate an idea and think of an idea or a problem related to any of the 17 global goals. And if we can inculcate them while teaching Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, the basic tools everybody is learning these days, basic ICT tools. Yes? Yes. Yeah, Sonia. Hi, Sonia. Most welcome.
Hi, Kusum. Just one idea. For example, it can be any goal, but just say let this be a goal about responsible consumption of resources.
Yes.
So we can ask children to make a presentation presenting 5 ideas that they can use at home to ensure that resources are responsibly consumed. For example, when you leave the room, switch off the lights, turn off the AC, things like that. So just give them one example and tell them that you make a presentation presenting 5 ideas, what you would implement in school or at home to ensure the responsible consumption of resources.
Yes. Yes. When you're teaching, most of us are part of Adobe, and Sonia is also heading there and doing a lot of things there. So I have learned from Sonia as well, and we're working together. Good to see you here, Sonia.
Thank you.
And so a lot of tools we are using, we're not just teaching them. We're just not teaching them how to incorporate the images, videos, or effects. No, we have to, it's time now, we have to integrate them with some of the problem issues that are existing in the society. Yes. So I want teachers to please share the ideas of while teaching Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. If somebody can give an example of Excel integrated with global goals. I'm just, if I share the screen, I'll just share the screen once again. So we all are aware of a lot of video editing tools. Adobe Spark is one of them. We have Prezi. I thought of taking Prezi today, but maybe in next session. So I'm just sharing it. Can you see my screen of this? Can you see my screen, Mahatma Gandhi?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is a kind of linked web page, you can say, or Adobe Spark page the child has developed on Mahatma Gandhi. So it's basically learning the values. It is getting back into the life of Mahatma Gandhi and learning some moral principles from there and associating them with the today's 17 global goals. So how now these global goals were also visualized by Mahatma Gandhi ji, and but in a little different way. So look at the work the child has come out with, the research work. He has related the 17 global goals with Swaraj, Swadeshi, Sarvodaya, Satyagraha, and Ahimsa. So we're talking about peace here. We're talking about the truth force. We're talking about integrity here. We're talking about prosperity. We're talking about Swadeshi. What? Yes. So Modi ji is also talking about Swadeshi now. You know. So all these values, which are being repeated for something which they can learn from the life of Mahatma Gandhi and implement it, which is much needed in today's scenario. So they came out with this work. So the tool taught was Adobe Spark, and they learned even other things along with it. So this is what is all about, integrating your ICT learning with some purpose related to society, community, and the planet. Yeah, I'm stopping to share once again. Yeah, anybody if you can share the idea before we end this session?
Good evening, Kusum ma'am. In Excel, ma'am, we can use charts and graphs to show the water pollution. See that I'm audible, ma'am.
Yes, you're audible.
Yes, ma'am. In Excel we can use charts and graph, pie graph to pie graph. We use that one for showing, ma'am. Yes, that is also.
Yes. So we can very simply I can state that use charts to compare the number of cases in different states.
Yes, ma'am. COVID like this one, ma'am.
Yes. So we can use that, and that is creating a general knowledge for them also at the same time.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes. Anything. PowerPoint is though very easy to use. I mean, it is very much used, we can say, in the classroom. PowerPoint, Prezi, and video making. Word, Excel. Now, any of the website designing, how will you use website designing with global goals? Yes, Vikas Jain, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, we can do so many things. Like I have been using these things from last 6-7 years. That I have assigned Swami Vivekananda to one group of my student of 10th class. So they are creating the whole journey of Swami Vivekananda. They are also using the journey of that APJ Abdul Kalam, so that they can inspire, and they can also work for global goals. They need to be aware about the environment. They need to be aware about the social moral values. So they need to learn each and everything. They need to just increase their dimensions of thinking, because the meta-conscious mind, the meta-conscious mind that I have I'm just doing my NLP and Neuro Logistic Linguistic Programming certification. That is the main reason that people are not having students are not having tolerance power. Even they are not aware about the society and the nature. So they are not aware about what nature is giving to us. They are just more thinking. They are more thinking about their happiness. That is the reason.
Yeah, see, moreover, even me, if I say I've transformed a lot through these, collaborative work and learning from here and there, that's why I say information is enough. But then how do you utilize that information for the betterment? That's a wisdom.
Yeah.
We are overboarded with the information that we have all around through internet, through people, through resources, through government, through educational institutes. We have lot many learning resources available. But
No,
then
one-
when you learn from those resources, how going to apply them? That's metacognition.
Yeah, and one problem is that competitiveness is people are not understanding their inherent abilities, what they are having. They are naturally connected or not. They are just comparing each other. So they are not they are not using their full potential exactly.
Yes, yes.
That is the reason.
So again, one last that is tinkering to me problem is the Ghazipur Hill. What solution can we have for Ghazipur Hill? We have such hills. As I go from Gurgaon to Faridabad, there is a one big hill. As I have traveled from Delhi to Ghaziabad, there are 2-3 big hills like that. So what is the problem? How can we tackle this problem? How can we reduce the size of that hill? So this is the Aarti Patel. Yes, Aarti Patel. Yes, Aarti Patel. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Yes, I think it should start from home, ma'am. Okay.
Yes.
That hill has been made by us only. It was not
Yes.
there automatically, or it has just put down by the God. It has been man-made, human-made. So it has to start from our home. We all say you don't use polythene, use cotton clothes, bags, and all that. And second thing is that the disposal of means garbage in our country is not very much organized or managed. There is no future management is there, right? So what we do, the place we find is isolated, open, and can have 10 years or 5 years garbage which start dumping over it. So we should be very serious about it. And the community level thinking has to be taken up.
So
Not
how many of
everything.
us? Yes, बहुत लोग मैंने अभी भी देखे. Even in the society where I live, or everybody lives in a society, you still see people throwing, let's say, the cigarette butts to talk about. I'm not targeting anyone here. Even the बहुत से this is a mental psyche which is taking very long to
That is the
settle
problem.
down, the chips wrapper.
Right.
While traveling on a big highway, ये इतने बड़े-बड़े highway जो flyovers बने हैं, you see people throwing cans and wrappers out of them.
Opening their car windows and throwing their
at the end of
things
the day,
outside
it's
and just
our-
forgetting that they are there. This is their planet.
Absolutely right. It's at the end of the day, it's our responsibility to change. So we have the owner's responsibility, and as an individual, we make the nation. So let's take this responsibility, and through this session, connecting it with education, all of that was amazing. Rather, it was scheduled to be over at 6:45. Thank you so much for extending it since you have to go. Thank you so much for yet another wonderful session. Kusum ma'am, it was 80th by Yep, and the third by your good self. Thank you so much. And
One
we
thing I
have shared
want,
in-
sir.
Yes, please.
I have one important thing being left. Dear teachers, I'm sharing some links with you. But Gurpreet sir and Swaranjit sir, I want a drive to be shared by YEP. where the ICT lessons, like you have the common resources, papers are happening on your WhatsApp group. But instead of that, if you can share a Drive link where teachers upload their integrated lesson plans and other teachers can get help. So you can share it.
That's wonderful, a wonderful idea.
And last thing, sir, I would like to share some links for them to look into I'm just sharing them. Just give me some time. These are the links. I'll share it on the, I hope my screen is not visible. Is it? Is my screen visible, sir?
No, ma'am.
All right. Okay. So I'm just giving few links, dear teachers. You can just take them, help. These are the integrated worksheets of different subjects. So I'm just giving it to you. The last thing of the session, I just forgot. Yeah. It's on the chat window. The different links are there. If you can put them in browser and then check. These are the links of integrated worksheet, not just of ICT, but of different subjects from grade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are by different publishers, but I want this to happen. I mean, you can take the help of them and start developing your own lesson plans and share it with YP. So YP, one with the YP brand. If you can do.
Please share on the WhatsApp group also.
I'll do that so little later.
Okay, thank you.
I'll do that so little later. Sir can create a drive. I can upload these resources there. Thank you all from my side.